Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. Pause.
The show Cops. Canceled. Canned.
Bad boys!
So I'll go ahead and share the screen real quick. Read through this quick article. I saw this on New York Times. Cops, long-running reality show that glorified police is canceled. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, I can't do that anymore, right? Cops is no longer. Paramount Network confirmed on Tuesday that it had removed the reality show from its schedule as protests nationwide call for police reform. Late last month, the network had temporarily cut the show from its schedule. So I don't know where y'all stand on Cops as a whole. I really was never much of a viewer anyway. I mean,
The show?
When it comes on, I don't mind stopping by and like watching a couple minutes of it. But I don't know. I was never big on the show anyway. Where y'all stand on it?
I guess I'll take it first. I like Cops, the show. It takes me back to like a bunch of memories and shit. Cause I remember sitting at my Aunt Dora's house like every day, like 6 o'clock, right after like The Simpsons went off or some shit on Fox, and Cops would come on. It was like bad boys, what you gonna, you know what I'm saying? But and it was always funny to me because like most of the people like that was on Cops that was like getting arrested and shit like that were like cracky and methy white people and shit. So it was always funny to like see them like run. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's always a crackhead. It's never like a real crime going on Cops. It's always a crackhead and shit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And so like the motherfuckers, they gotta run and shit, gotta hop fence, all kind of stuff like that. Like that's just crazy. And to see the cameraman do that shit right behind the cops was always like I always want to be like a cop's cameraman. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I would imagine that those guys would be like way more in shape than the cops. Cause like not only do they have to like run and shit and keep up with these motherfuckers, but they got to carry this big ass fucking camera, all kind of shit. I mean, that would just be amazing. Too. Yeah. And this one episode of Cops, I actually seen the one cameraman, he like tripped a suspect that like ran by him, like to like catch him. I guess he wasn't trying to run, you know what I'm saying? So he like tripped him, and the cops like, you know, they hemmed him up and all that good stuff like that. So that actually got me wondering I wonder if those cameramen were actually cops too. And if they were like not just a part of like Fox, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if that show was actually not only like, you know, focusing on cops and their duties and every day, but I think that like the whole crew and everything was actually cops. Because who else would fucking do that? Not your average cameraman, right?
Right. Yeah, we see Brandon and I know working with some cameramen and not in shape like that. Most of them,
hell no,
wobbly, round.
Yo, hey, but I do know some cameramen. I was gonna say I do know some cameramen that get after it though. Some that's in the news. You know what I'm saying? They'll damn near hit you in the head with that damn camera if you get in their way, man. I know some pretty determined cameramen. So I don't know, but that's an interesting theory though. If the cameraman was cops too. That'd be a hell of a way for the government to be spending money to be making to make cameraman cops, man. That shit would be hilarious.
I wouldn't be surprised. Joc, would you be surprised if that was the case?
No, I wouldn't either. As far as the show, I don't have no comments on it. I never really watched Cops like that, you know. So I heard about it, but I never just like was sitting like and watching that shit religiously, you know.
Yeah. It was never something that I'd like seek out to watch, but like when it came on, like if I walked by and somebody just had it on, I would always like just kind of watch for a minute. Cause like Chaz, like you said, like they're just always like, and then like it's always a crackhead, always somebody that's just like doing stupid shit. They're always
dumb shit,
always guilty too, like clearly guilty. But let me skip this bullshit ad. How can you not like this though? At least though.
You said what?
Huh?
Yeah, I guess the shit can't hear.
I can't hear that shit.
Yeah, I can't either.
What is it, Bad Boys? Yeah. Yeah. They be tearing their ass up. I don't see it. Like, what the fuck? Yo. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna miss that shit.
Hey,
after watching that highlight, I'm like, man, that actually was kind of
hey, but
that shit was great.
The thing that worked, the thing that I think worked about Cops that could still work about it is that it's a hot mess. And everybody like to watch a hot mess, man.
Yes,
like when we see and how many episodes of Cops do you remember? You know, they would have to blur it out because it wasn't on like HBO or some shit. But how many episodes do you remember where like people would end up naked or like they ass or something would end up showing or something like that? And it would just be hilarious to kind of just like observe the moment, you know. So that's why it worked. But you see why they had to kind of go away from it too with everything that's going on.
Yeah, I think too. We kind of lived in the glory days of it. Like, cause I mean, when like I said, you know, back on when the Simpsons would go off and that shit would come on, whatever. That was like the '90s, and like I guess it was just like a product of the time or whatever.
That's what I was just gonna say, man.
That shit was exciting then for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it was, man, but like I remember one of the last times I actually that shit was like on, like where it was like actually like Cops on like TV. It was about 10, maybe 12 years ago. I was at a bar at Fox Hollow off Washington. It's not on Washington. It was like off Washington or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was at Fox Hollow, and I was at Adam's show. My friend Adam, he was rapping at the time or whatever, and he was like opening for ESG. And if anyone out there who knows who ESG is, he's a Houston rapper from SUC or whatever. But he usually just freestyles, right? Like he's one of the freestyle kings. So during the opening of the show, we kind of just sitting there at the bar, chilling with ESG, watching Cops, like we're watching Cops or whatever. But he's just like talking to us or whatever. We were not paying attention. And so he hit the stage and like, everybody, all right, it's ESG, blah, everybody. Yeah. He just comes and freestyles everything that was going on in where he was at, like in Fox Hollow. So he was like, yo, I'm chilling with that nigga Chance.
That's what they used to always do that. They would just narrate what's happening around. He's like, that dude's in the chair.
Yeah. Over there. Yeah.
Hey, so look. Bear,
so he's ran out of shit to talk about the people around, right? But Cops was still on. So he started rapping about everything that was going on Cops. He was just like, "Oh, the nigga
That's
got
a YouTube
crack.
series right there,
dude." I'm telling you, man, it was perfect. It was fucking perfect. I was like, "This nigga's the coldest nigga ever, bro." Like he is. Like it's just that. I mean, he freestyled the whole scene. Like, I even think he predicted some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like he under the mattress or some shit like that. It was crazy, dude. But that was one of the greatest times I've ever witnessed Cops. I started to have to show that.
I do remember, like you were saying, it was very iconic of the 90s. You know, It was like everything we just saw right there. I was like, that is so 90s.
Hey.
I mean, you had such minimal concerns then in the 90s. People worried about AIDS. Just strap up, you know? I mean, there was a lot of bad shit going on. You had, a lot of the same things that are going on now. Obviously, Rodney King. Right. Like that, but as far as the mass public, you didn't have fucking coronavirus, all this kind of crazy shit, social media, just simpler time.
Yeah, that's the main. Everybody didn't have an opinion back then to even speak on those type of things, oh, why are we glorifying Cops? You know what I mean?
You didn't have a platform to just bitch about stuff.
I mean, because all you had was television programming. You had what they gave you. Nowadays, we can watch whatever it is we want to watch or whatever. Then it was block scheduling for, you got an hour blocked off for Cops. Oh, it was great. I did see also that they canceled Live PD.
They did not or did cancel Live
PD? They did. They did cancel Live PD as well.
Brandon, what were you about to say?
Nah, I was just point out we probably should note that they probably being a little fake about the whole you know, we're canceling it because of the climate thing. Like, we're talking about how Cops was nostalgic to the 90s. The thing about it is just that it don't do the same numbers that it used to do. It just got to be played out after a while. Like, it does half, if you look up, it does half the numbers that what's the pawn shop show?
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stop. Yeah. It does like half the numbers of that. So like it's partly because of what they say it is, but it's also because of the fact that it's really kind of a relic and it's not something that people even really watching.
Right. This should be coming out for like 30 years anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we could just go to like police activity on the YouTube.
Yeah.